Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel. Do I have my headphone in still? I do. Welcome back to Dream Tarot, guys. Today we're going to be doing a love reading for all signs. We're going to be talking about what's shifting in your love life this month of March. I hope that everybody is doing well. We're going to jump right in because it is late, guys. Okay, I am coming on later than I wanted to. So we're going to jump right in. Again, hello to everyone who just joined. Thank you for watching. We're going to start with Aries. We're going to go all the way down to Pisces. Thank you to everybody who joined right off the bat. I appreciate you guys. Shout out to you. All right, let's start this thing up. We're going to start off with Aries. If you are an Aries or you have Aries placements, this one is for you. All right, let's see for my Aries or Aries placements, what's currently shifting in their love life in the month of March. What's currently shifting in their love life in the month of March. Hi of light and dark, how are you? Thank you for saying that. That's so sweet. What's shifting in my Aries love life in the month of March? What can they expect? Give me 3 cards for Aries. All right, we have Strength card here. We have the 3 of Swords. And we have the Hangman, okay? Hierophant and the Ace of Cups. All right, so Aries, you could be dealing with someone, or very soon you'll be dealing with someone with the Ace of Cups. This is a new emotional connection. This could also be a fresh start in a relationship that you're currently in. But whoever you're going to be dealing with this month of March, this person definitely has marriage potential. Okay, so if this is someone new coming towards you, it could be shifting you from non-committal or just casual relationships to something more traditional, something that leads to marriage. If you're currently in a relationship, I feel like you're dealing with someone who you guys could be married, or there's definitely marriage potential between you and this person. I see that you and this person are going to be working out some kinks, okay? So first we have the Strength card. There's Leo energy here. We have the 3 of Swords, could be air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. And then we also have the Hangman, which is Pisces energy. All right, so what I'm seeing here, first and foremost, there's definitely more patience, okay? So if you're single and there's someone coming towards you, there's someone who has better patience than the last person that you dealt with. I don't know if there was a lot of arguments, a lot of back and forth between you and this person. Even if you're in a relationship, you and this person could have gotten into a lot of tension, a lot of arguments. What I see that's shifting with the Strength card is that both of you are having more patience for each other. So someone who's not quick to lose their temper. There's also better self-control in a relationship. So this is like being more faithful. This is someone who is getting a handle on their routine, on their responsibilities, and they're being more reliable, more dependable. All right, there's an energy of staying away from outside influences, staying away from third parties, no cheating, faithfulness. If you are single, okay, I do feel like this person is going to shift your mind from what hurt you into being open to a new possibility, being open to something different. If you're in a relationship or you're married, I do feel like you and this person are going to get a handle over some type of disappointment, some type of heartbreak. Maybe there was some issues that were left unresolved that could have been harboring behind the scenes. And I feel like you and this person are going to get a handle on that. And again, if you're single and you're attracting someone new in, this person helps you to get over heartbreak. We have the Hangman here. All right, with this Hangman, I do feel like with the Hangman, guys, this is like a change in perspective. And I also feel like because this is the last card, the outcome, there could be finally forward movement. If something felt very stagnant, if your love life felt very stagnant, you have new love coming in. Someone that has marriage potential, someone that has potential for a real committed relationship. If you're married, if you're in a relationship, something has been really stuck between you and this person. This could be like maybe you guys are not connecting as deep as you used to. Maybe sex life has stopped. but it feels like someone had to have a change in mindset or a fresh perspective so that forward movement could happen. So there's definitely healing from emotional heartbreak or disappointment. Also feel like whoever you're going to be dealing with is just more faithful, more loyal, more committed to you, and also better patience. I don't know what that is. Like, I feel like there was a lot of arguments or quick to anger energy. That's being dismissed. Let's clarify that strength card. This also could be you, if you're single, being brave and being ready for new love. Maybe after a really difficult time, you took a little break, you had like some stagnation, some lack of progress in your love life, and now you're being braver. Now you're feeling more courageous to invite new love in, okay? Clarify the strength card for Aries. Yeah, Four of Wands. All right, so you're definitely connecting with someone that's on the same page as you. You guys are creating a really strong foundation to move forward. This is a relationship. So even if you're single, you won't be single for long. And if you're in a relationship, you and this person are restructuring your relationship, making it stronger. All right. There could be talks about moving in together. Even if this is a new person coming in your life, this is someone who could be structuring their lifestyle, their finances, because in the future, they want to create a home with you. That's what I'm seeing here. A lot of you guys have indecision based off of your past or based off of past dealings with your current partner. You could have been really confused about, should I stay in this relationship or do I want to be single? Because I've seen the Nine of Pentacles there. But I feel like stability is a big thing between you and this person. So your finances are increasing, or the person who's coming towards you with this King of Pentacles, they're very well off. And that changes a lot. That changes like the future. That makes you more faithful, that you can build something with whoever this is. All right, so I see forward movement here. I see someone getting their act together. Yeah, we have justice, okay? When justice is coming out, it talks about truth being revealed. So if you feel like someone was lying about something and they just would not tell the truth, finally someone is being forthright. Finally, someone is telling you the truth. Finally, you guys are having that sit down here with the justice. This could also be like someone taking accountability finally. Finally, someone takes accountability for the damage that they've caused. If you're single, you may take accountability for why you've been single. And now you're ready to be open to new love coming towards you. Tell me about the Three of Swords. All right, hold on. Let me mute this person. I don't know what they're talking about, but it's off topic, boo. I'm going to mute you for a second because I don't know what's going on. All right, we have the Chariot. So being able to move on from heartbreak, you and this person will be able to be successful in moving on from some type of disappointment, or if someone broke your heart, or if you broke their heart. I do see you guys moving forward from that in March. If you're single, you're ready to move on from your ex, basically, okay? This new love will inspire you to move forward, to keep your sights forward and stop looking at the past. Yeah, the Hierophant. I'm telling you, you have marriage potential here. If you're in a relationship, if you're already married, you guys are talking about how to deepen the connection, deepen your marriage, reaffirm commitment, or just taking on the next level of commitment. That could be moving in together. That could be starting a business together. That could be creating a family. That could be getting married. If you're single, you have someone coming towards you that has strong marriage potential. Okay, this is a traditional list. And then clarify the Hangman. All right, Hangman is the Magician, okay? If you felt like someone wasn't putting in enough effort, you're about to get your wish. If you feel like someone wasn't pursuing you the way that you desire to be pursued in your connection, if you were having a hard time as a single Aries finding love, finding, interest in the next person, that person is finally manifesting in March for you. But those of you who are married or in relationships, if you felt like someone wasn't loving you through your love language, whatever that means. Someone is finally going to be pursuing you in that way. You are getting that wish, okay? So it allows some type of stagnant love life to start to flow more easier. And last card we have here is the Ace of Swords. Through direct communication is how you're going to get your desires in love. Again, if you're in a relationship, if you're married, by having a direct conversation, being very blunt about what's been hurting you, what has been disappointing you, that's how you're going to get change from your partner. If you are meeting someone new this month as a single Aries, by being direct and communicating what you need in a relationship, that's how you're going to manifest this lover who, fulfills your needs. Okay. So communication is very important. And I see that communication gets your love life unstuck. You have deeper commitment here. You have someone who you like and they like you mutually. Okay. So there's mutual bond or attraction here between you and this person. And there's going to the next steps, the next level, getting into a relationship or deepening your relationship or marriage in a stronger way. All right. So that's what I have for my Aries. Let's move on to Taurus. All right, guys, this one is for my Tauruses and my Taurus placements. Let's see what's shifting for my Tauruses in their love life in the month of March. What's shifting? What's happening? What do they need to know about that's shifting in their love life this month? Give me some messages for Taurus and Taurus placements. What's shifting in their love life this month? All right, we have the Five of Swords. We have the Hangman. And we have the Knight of Swords. Okay, so the beginning of this month, like right now, you have someone here who could be having some type of ego battle with you. You could be this person's first, like, I don't know. You could be this person's first, like, it girl, it guy. Okay. They're not used to dating someone who is on their level or may even be above their level. There's something here that this person admires about you, but it also becomes the downfall in this connection. Okay. So this person could be competing with you. There's an ego battle here. It could be about your smarts. If you're very intelligent, you feel like you can't just have an intellectual conversation with them. They always have to one up you. This could be how you dress. You always have the nicest fashions. It feels like someone's always trying to one up you. And it's like, where's the insecurity coming from? So there's some type of ego battle, and it could get a little messy because the Five of Swords does talk about hitting below the belt. So it could lead to, tension, unwanted tension. It could lead to arguments. And I feel like it's stemming from someone's insecurity because they never dated someone of your greatness. And that's just what I'm seeing. Now, I do see that this person is very generous. All right. So that could be something that you really like about them. They do know how to make things up by giving you money or giving you gifts or really creating exceptional experiences on dates or trips or whatever. But I do see that if this does not resolve, you will start looking at your other options. Okay. Seven of Cups. So something is like a little bit of a headache, and it does stagnate the progress between you two. You and this person can't be able to evolve or move forward because of the ego battle. What I do see is that by the end of the month, this person will make it up. All right. The Knight of Swords, they kind of like, they come to their senses with that Knight of Swords. They know that if things continue to go on this way, they're going to miss a really great opportunity to be with someone of your person. So I do see someone coming to their senses, getting their act together, but it's almost like you guys almost have to be on the cusp of breaking up or having this really awful argument for it to happen. Let's see what this is about. Tell me about the Five of Swords. Someone's a little insecure. I don't know what that's about. It doesn't make sense, right? But they are. Tell me about the Five of Swords here. There's something that you display naturally that this person feels in competition, or maybe this person is big on like energetic roles. Like they want to be the masculine, they want to be the feminine. So I don't know what that's about. Tell me about the Five of Swords. This person could be used to dating people that they consider beneath them. Okay, so just saying. All right, we have the Ace of Wands here. Okay, so this is an attraction problem. You could be getting more looks than your person. I don't know what that's about. It feels like you're able to attract more energies, or more energies are attracted to you than this person. This could be about your looks, unfortunately. Someone may not be used to dealing with someone so handsome, so beautiful, so athletic, so well put together. There's something about your energy here that this person is in competition with you about. Ace of Wands can also mean like you're having an energy burst this month of March. So you're able to get much more things done. You know, like it's really hard to keep up with you because you're very determined, you're very motivated, you're feeling inspired. So I don't know, this person's feeling slighted by that. They may feel like it takes them way more time to get things done. It takes them way more time to get certain opportunities. You know, people are looking at you versus looking at them. And there's this ego battle. All right, we have the Magician. You hold a lot of power in this connection. I don't think this person is used to that. You have more influence, okay? So someone just may not be used to that with the Magician. Someone may not be used to having to pursue as well, because, you know, if you have more power, more influence, it's like they're having to chase you more. Maybe this person is used to being chased, okay? So there's something like that. You may not be the clingy type in this season, you know? You may not be the, I don't know, you're just not the more obsessed in the relationship, and this person is taking it hard. I feel like their ex used to be like that, or the people that they're used to dealing with, their options before you, would chase them, would pursue them. They feel like they have to put in way more effort, even if that's not true, okay? Clarify the Hangman. Yes, guys, please like the video as you're coming in, and thank you so much, Neek. All right, clarify the Hangman. The Lovers. All right, so you guys get into a state where it's like, okay, we have to make a joint decision about where we're going to go. Maybe you give this person an ultimatum mid-March. You tell them like, you know, if this keeps up, I don't think I want to be with someone like this. And there's some type of heavy decision that this person is going to have to make, or that you're going to have to make, and it kind of puts you guys in like stagnancy. So I see like communication could stop, maybe seeing each other could stop while you guys try to figure this out. You want to make a decision for your highest good. You don't want to deal with someone who's in constant competition with you, but you also do see value in this person in the same sense. And this person, I don't know what's up with them. This is not really a healthy situation, because they damage the connection and then they try to make up for it through generosity. And yes, you may like generosity, Taurus, because you are a sign of Venus. So you do like luxury, you do like materials, but it doesn't make up for the damage that this person's doing. That doesn't equate forgiveness, okay? So I see that this person is going to be throwing gifts your way, throwing experiences, throwing money, could be throwing a lot of a quality time, whatever they feel like is valuable. They're throwing it your way, but it's not enough for you. All right, this person's going to have to do something much better to resolve the issues that they're bringing into the connection. I do see that happening. Let's see if it's going to land well. Tell me about the Knight of Swords. This person is feeling like if they continue, they're going to have a missed opportunity with you. All right, High Priestess. It is once you start to turn inward, once you start to be a little bit more reserved, when you start to be a little bit more private, maybe about your day, they text you, hey, what you doing? Nothing. Okay. Or you're just not sharing with them, you know, your thoughts. Maybe you're keeping your feelings to yourself. That's when this person starts to take action to undo what they caused. Knight of Pentacles. Okay, so I do see that it's a guarantee that this person is going to change their ways, but one thing that you have to don't expect changes overnight. This is someone that they could be very stuck in their ways. They could be a little stubborn, all right? But I do see that they're going to make an effort. They are going to be reliable in changing their ways. It's just going to take longer than you would like it to if you're going to stick around. All right? If you're not, then who cares? But if you are, I do see that it's going to take some time. This person almost has you a little guarded. So that will also take time for you to trust them to open up again. And it'll also take a little bit of time for them to get their act together. This is something that this person is not even aware that they do. It's like a jealousy thing, or it's an insecurity. So even acknowledging it is the first step, not being in denial. But I do see it's going to take them some time to get their act together. But they are putting in an effort. I do see an effort to do this between, for the relationship to get better. It just takes a little bit of time. All right. Could even be a thing where you put this relationship on pause with the hangman, and this person comes in for forgiveness or a second chance with the judgment and the Four of Wands. All right. So hitting a little bit of a bump in the road, but someone needs to change their ways. They're really showing their insecurities. All right. Let's move forward to Gemini. All right, Gemini and Gemini placements. This one is for you. Let's see what's shifting in Gemini's love life in the month of March. What is shifting in Gemini's love life in the month of March? Give me some messages, please. What's shifting in Gemini's love life in the month of March? What can they know about that? All right, we have the Empress here. We have the Four of Swords. And we have the Five of Swords. What is up with this energy? I just don't understand it. All right, bottom of the deck, we have the Devil. And we also have the Chariot. All right, so with whoever you're dealing with, Gemini, this person is aware that you guys have a very intense attraction to each other. It could be a little obsessive or possessive at times. There also could be a very unhealthy attachment that someone has to you, okay? This person does want to move past that. They do know it's not healthy. They know the truth behind that. So this person is not in denial. They know that it's not healthy, all right? And even in the beginning of March, things start off really well between you guys. We have the Empress here. This talks about your love becoming deeper and growing for each other, attraction growing. So if this is someone that you weren't all the way attracted to in the beginning, obviously over time, you're starting to feel more attracted to them. You're starting to open up to this connection. You want to see where it goes. You're open to it growing and going places, okay? But this person, something is very intense between you two. And I feel like a big reason is the Four of Swords. They could be reflecting on a similar pattern from their past. Okay. This is like the type of person where it's like you needed to take a break before jumping into something new. So it could be it could have been very soon after they got out of their last attachment that they attached to you. And that makes things a little complicated. We also have the Five of Swords. So unlike Taurus, where I felt like this person was in competition with Taurus, for you, I feel like there's a third party that's in competition with you, Gemstone, okay? And it's because something happened too quickly. And this person could be like, they attract or they get themselves into these cycles of very intense, obsessive love. Now they're doing that with you. They should have taken a little break before meeting you, but now it's almost too late because the attraction is there. The love is deepening. You guys have been nurturing this connection, and someone from their past who may not be over them is in competition with you. This person could be watching your moves, watching your social media. They could still be actively trying to get this person that you're getting into a relationship with. So there's a little bit of drama here. But it's almost like it's too late. There's this energy of like, okay, it's too late. Can't turn back now. All right. So what? All right. Let's see what this is about. I see really good sex between you and this person as well, with the devil. Tell me about the Empress. Hi, love, Hernales. All right, tell me about the Empress. Three of Pentacles. One thing that you and this person cannot deny is that you guys make a great team. You guys make a great partnership. Even if the love is a little unhealthy, even if it's a little obsessive, it could be a little toxic at times. I do feel like you guys mesh very well. You guys get things done together very well. You guys coexist very well. This is someone who's very reliable, very dependable. This is someone that when it comes to a shared goal, or even if they come over for the weekend and you're like, these are the things I need to get done. I need to cook. I need to do laundry. I need to do this. They're ready to jump into action and help wherever they're best suited. If they're a great cook, they're going to cook the dinner. If they're good at chores, they're going to be folding your laundry for you. So there's a lot of benefits in this connection. And I also feel like that's maybe why you have grown more attracted to them. This is not someone that physically you were really attracted to in the beginning. You grew attracted to them based off of like their efforts. Okay. Yeah, that's what I see here. This person also, they get a confidence boost by being with you. Okay, Queen of Wands. And that could be a big difference from their past situation. Their past situation could have been very obsessive, toxic, heavy attachments, but they didn't feel very confident. And something about you, maybe how you make this person feel, if you speak life into them, if how you treat them, they feel more attractive than ever. Okay. Tell me about the Empress. Yeah, 10 of Swords. I'm telling you, this person jumped into this relationship too soon. Okay, there was some type of devastating ending, something that was really toxic and ended just as toxic. And they should have taken time to reflect, think, rest, rejuvenate, but they're almost getting with you or jumping into this connection while they're still in the Four of Swords. Let's see what this person is reflecting on in March. There's a lot of thoughts about that past relationship. I don't feel like they want that person back, but it's hard to cleanse your mind of something that just ended, okay? Tell me about the Four of Swords. Hi, Lisa. Thank you guys for coming in. Tell me about the Four of Swords for Gemstone. What is this person thinking about? All right, Hierophant, commitments. I feel like once this person is attached, they're attached. Once they're committed, okay? And so this is no different from that last toxic relationship they just left alone. So even like having to shift their mindset to not still having loyalty to the past and now developing loyalty with you, it's a lot, okay? It's a lot. And this person also can foreshadow that you guys are about to be in a heavy commitment with that Hierophant. They definitely see marriage potential with you with the Hierophant as well. Let's see what else is here. King of Cups, they love you a lot or they're falling in love with you. This person wants more mature love. That's something that they love about you. They feel like you're very mature when it comes to your emotions, when it comes to how you love, versus the past could have been very toxic. So even if you guys had some toxic patterns that happened, this person wants to change. They know that it's not healthy, okay? They know that to be the truth. Tell me about this third party, the Five of Swords. I feel like their ex is in competition with you, Gemini. That's what I'm getting here. And that was confirmation. Okay. Tell me about the Five of Swords. All right, Three of Cups. You may see their ex out when you're at a party, when you go out clubbing, when you go to a bar, when you go to an event. Maybe you guys live in the same city or something, but I definitely see you guys could be in the same room unknowingly, okay? This person is very jealous and they could be in competition with you. Three of Cups. You guys could have mutuals, like mutual associates or something like that. Be careful of gossip as well. This is not a good time, especially if someone's not like your closest friend. Don't share your business about this relationship. Don't share about the toxic fight that y'all just had. How you guys screamed at each other. Don't share what you guys do in the bedroom because there's some type of link to you through maybe some party environment or friends or mutuals. Okay. So just keep your relationship close to your chest at this time because this person could be fishing for information. All right, strength card. Again, I see that you're going to pay this X dust as you should. I also feel like your person is going to pay this X dust as well. If your person starts to get in their head a lot and you think they're reminiscing about their past, they're not. They're more so thinking about how toxic, how draining that last situation was. And with that strength card, this is ultimate loyalty and self control. They're not tempted to go back there. Okay. So if your mind wanders to that, you start to overanalyze and you feel like, I wonder what's going on. There's nothing going on. They have nothing for this past person. They have everything for you. Okay. 10 of Cups, you and this person will have a very happy relationship. But right now, they just have to like release all that ick from that past situation. And that's just the truth. All right. Moving on to Cancer. Oh, is that right, Jude? I like the name Jude, by the way. All right, Cancer. This one is for you. For Cancer and my Cancer placements, let's go ahead and jump into your reading. Let's see for my Cancers and Cancer placements, what's shifting in their love life in the month of March. What's shifting in their love life in the month of March? Give me some messages for Cancer and Cancer placements. What can they expect to shift in their love life in the month of March? All right, the Chariot. We have Justice. And we have the Eight of Cups. Okay. This feels there's past energy here. Okay, there's past energy here. Okay. Definitely. All right. First of all, let's just talk about you, Cancer. You could be getting your mojo back. You are looking so great. You're looking very happy. You're looking very confident with the Queen of Wands being here. I feel like you have high magnetic attraction right now. So there's an X that could be looking your way. I don't feel like this is the current person. Now, you and the current person could be moving forward with your lives with the Chariot. Even if you guys had some obstacles, some upsets, some disappointments, it feels like you guys are going to be moving right along very nicely. It also feels like you have like power couple energy coming towards you. Excuse me. All right. You have the Justice here. Justice is the energy of someone taking accountability and finally telling the truth. So that's why I feel like X energy is invading your space in this reading. Like you do have this power couple situation, you have forward movement with something more new. And even if you're in a relationship with someone, you guys are going to be able to work through your problems, okay? But there's like past situation that's finally someone's taking accountability, someone's finally apologizing, someone's finally telling the truth about their actions, their ways, their behavior, something like that. So if this is the same person, because they're taking a responsibility and accountability, I see that you guys are able to move forward. All right. But if this is a past person coming to intervene, you're finally going to get that apology. But I do see this energy of the Eight of Cups, like it being too late. You're already walking away. All right. So it's like whether this person apologized or not, you've already moved on to the next big thing. And the next big thing for you is the Chariot. So again, someone that you're going to have more success with, a more successful love life, someone who gives you power couple energy. Clarify the Chariot. Yeah, Queen of Swords, okay? You could be moving forward with someone, and this person, when they're coming into your life, or even when they're ready to move forward with you, say you're just dating someone casually, and finally you guys are stepping into union, they're getting you at a point where you're just way more smart about love, okay? You're not as innocent about love. You've been through some things. Now you guard yourself a little bit more, stronger with this Queen of Swords here, okay? You could be more independent. So if you had codependent tendencies in the past, you're just way more independent in love, regardless. And you also could have more emotional boundaries. So you're definitely not rushing into things with this person. Very, very smart and strategic, though. That's why I feel like you and this person have power couple energy, very strategic lovers. All right, High Priestess as well. You may keep your cards close to your chest. You're not revealing secrets. You're not revealing emotions or feelings right off the bat. You're taking things a little bit slower. You're being more reserved. You may play a little bit hard to get with this new person coming towards you, or even if you're having renewal in your relationship, in your marriage, you're just playing it more smartly because maybe you feel like you were taken advantage of or someone took your emotions for weakness. So now you're just playing things a little bit more straighter. You are getting an apology this month. Tell me about the Justice card. All right, Nine of Pentacles. Interesting. What else do we have here? With that Nine of Pentacles, you definitely have single, independent energy. Even if you're in a relationship, you're just more independent than this person is used to. You're not asking them for help. You're not depending on them for certain things that you used to. You have become very independent here. And it's almost as if you're still single, okay? We have the Eight of Pentacles. Whoever's apologizing to you, they really want to work things out. I see that this person's going to put a ton of effort to get you to change your mind. They could be putting in a ton of effort to get you to be open to them working things out with you, or just being on a good at a good level or a good space between you two. All right. So especially if you're in a marriage or a relationship, you're just showing this independence that could be scaring your partner that they lost you because you're just no longer as emotional as you were. Even with that Eight of Cups, there's some emotional distance here. You're not sharing your feelings. You may not even be saying things like, I miss you, I love you anymore. All right. You kind of have distanced yourself because you felt like when you were your emotional self, when you were pouring out your emotions, it didn't serve you best. So now you're taking that back. And if this is the ex trying to come back towards you, you are really okay with being single. You're no longer in a codependent situation. You have found your freedom, your independence here. What's the Eight of Cups? Someone is shook by your shift in behavior. What is the Eight of Cups here? The Lovers. All right, so you're making a really big choice, and it's to become more independent. This could be financially independent. This could be emotionally very independent, not needing emotions from this connection, at least not right now. But you are making a huge choice to just be more independent and to reserve your emotions. You feel like that's going to serve you better. Even with how someone's pursuing you, you see that as you are coming off a little aloof or detached, someone's putting in more of an effort. So you're almost like, why would I change back? Why would I go back to what was? Last card for Cancer. Judgment. All right. Someone wants forgiveness. Someone also wants a second chance. Okay. So that's what's going to be asked of you this month. Now, I do see excitement from this, okay? You are excited about this. You could be even more excited about how your change of actions is going to allow more growth, or you're able to move forward and have even better, maybe connections. Maybe your standards are becoming a little bit higher. All right, so that's what I'm seeing. Definitely an apology. Someone wants forgiveness. Someone is putting in a lot of effort towards you this month after you started to pull back your emotions. All right, let's move on to Leo. Thank you, Cancer, for letting me pick your brain as you're being so reserved, okay? All right, this one is for my Leo and Leo placements. Tell me for my Leos and my Leo placements, What is shifting in their love life in the month of March? What's shifting in their love life in the month of March? Give me some messages, please. What's shifting in my Leo's love life in the month of March? What can they expect? All right, Nine of Swords. The Tower. And you have the Four of Swords here. All right, okay. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Pentacles. Kind of like Cancer, Leo, you've gotten really comfortable being single. You're feeling very comfortable in your independence. You're feeling very comfortable in your own autonomy, your own free will, your own freedom. You don't have to move in, like, if you're in a relationship, you know, your schedule does coincide with your partner. In a single energy, you have your own autonomy. So I can wake up at this time, I can cook what I want, I can do what I want, I can talk to who I want to. You've gotten really, really comfortable in your own autonomy with the Nine of Pentacles, and life has been good for you that way. Life has served you very well that way. All right. But your love life is about to have forward movement and growth. Matter of fact, you also have commitment coming in. You have someone offering you commitment. All right. So things are about to change. And I see that you're so much in your head about this, Leo. You could be over analyzing every little thing. Okay. Your brain could be playing tricks on you where you're looking for something wrong just so that you don't have to commit. Okay. Let me try to find something wrong, and then that will let me know that I can stay in my freedom. Okay. Let me try to find something wrong with this energy so that I can just stay in bed. I ain't got to roll out of bed for this date. All right. So there's something like that going on for you. All right. How you thought you were going to live your life this year in your romantic life is about to change in a major way. You could have been really sure that you would stay single. You could have been really sure that you would, even if you're in a relationship, I have my freedom. They stay over there, I'm over here. Something's about to come crashing down, showing you that that is not reality. Okay. And I see that once this happens for you, you may still try to force a break or a pause before making this decision. So even as things are being revealed to you, you still kind of end up in March not ready. Now, if this is not you, Leo, this is the person that you're dealing with. They are having a hard time waking up to this commitment. All right. Let's clarify these cards. Let's see. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Someone may feel like they're not ready, but I feel like whoever this person is, you've been in reflection for so long. What more are you getting out of replaying the same thoughts over and over in your head? It's time for action. Tell me about the Nine of Swords. Two of Cups. You have a mutual relationship. You have someone that you like a lot and they like you back equally. There's a deep, soulful, spiritual love in your life this month that you are overthinking every little thing. All right, Two of Cups. What else? Hermit. You weren't expecting this. Some of you guys were just really enjoying your solitude, and maybe you just needed a break from love. I also feel like from your last relationship, whenever that was, it didn't end probably the best. And instead of like realizing what was done to you, you could be internalizing all the things that you did wrong instead of thinking about the mutual mistakes or even what someone did to you. Okay. So that's making you a little nervous. Like, I feel like you put a lot of blame on yourself, especially with the Hermit and the Nine of Swords. So that could be really stopping you from embracing this connection that's coming in or that you're currently in with the Two of Cups. Something's about to shift in a major way. I feel like you've had a secret admirer, someone who sees you as their dream girl or dream guy. They are wanting to pursue you in a committed way. They're wanting something tangible. They're not just wanting flirtation. They're not just wanting, you know, false love. They're wanting something real. Tell me about the Tower for Leo. What's the Tower for Leo? Queen of Swords, okay? What you're going to be seeing is that you are a little bit of a jaded person. You're a little jaded. You're a little pessimistic when it comes to love. So even if you weren't seeing that before, it's going to be put right into your face. The universe is showing you, hey, you're a little bit of the Queen of Swords here. You're a little bit too hyper independent. You're a little bit too emotionally guarded, and you have something good coming towards you. Yep, you have love that leads to marriage. You have marriage potential. You have a traditional relationship, a monogamous relationship, true commitment. You have spiritual love coming towards you. And you may need to be shaken up a little bit to really understand. Okay. There's something that you're not understanding here. You may not even notice how you are the Seven of Wands and the Five of Cups. You may not notice how you have been putting off great opportunities or an opportunity that's coming towards you. You may not see how you're showing dissatisfaction for maybe something good. You may not see how you push away love. And so that's going to be shown to you in March. Tell me about the Four of Swords. I feel like you're slowing down the progress of some type of relationship when it comes to you, Leo, with the Four of Swords. You're doing a lot of reflecting. You have a do not disturb energy. So if it was your door, Leo, and it says Leo on the door, you have that little hanging thing outside your door that says, do not disturb me. All right. What's the Four of Swords for Leo? Empress. Okay, so you're going to take like a little break from this. If you're currently speaking to someone, I could see you stopping communication abruptly at the end of March. And this is happening right when love is opening up in a very beautiful way. This could be happening right when love is deepening between you and this person. This could be happening right when someone is nurturing you. This could happen right when love is growing between you and this person. You kind of put a pause on it, okay? So whoever this is, if it's not you, it's your person, and someone needs to get it together. Someone needs to be the fool. They need to understand that this is a new romantic beginning. It's not a cycle or a loop of what happened in the past. Someone needs to be open to taking a chance in love, okay? So that's what you have here. That's what I have for you, Leo. That's what's shifting for you. Let's move on to Virgo. All right, give me some messages for Virgo and Virgo placements. What's shifting for them in their love life at this time? Tell me about Virgo and Virgo placements. What's shifting for them in their love life? What can they expect? Give me some messages for my Virgos. Hi, Steph. How are you? All right, let's see. All right, we have the moon. I don't really like that moon energy. Let's see what else is here. We have the Lovers. Okay, Queen of Cups. Okay. All right. First of all, whoever you're dealing with, it's a very intuitive, deep emotional love. There's a lot of love here between you and this person because we have the Queen of Cups. We also have the Lovers. So this is a very strong bond, a soulmate type of connection that's coming in for you or that you're already dealing with. The problem here is the moon, okay? The moon, guys. The moon talks about secrets, confusion, feeling confused in your partnership, uncertainty of moving forward, okay? It also is an energy of insecurity. So if someone dealt with a really tough relationship in the past, they're bringing those insecurities from that relationship into the next one. And so that makes things very confusing. You feel intuitively how strong this bond is, but you also feel confused because this person keeps you in the dark. They keep you in the dark about their feelings. They could keep you in the dark about their insecurities. They could keep you in the dark about secrets that they don't want to share with you. And it makes it very shady. It's like, okay, am I just imagining things? Because intuitively, I feel this is very deep. We have the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, so there's a feminine energy here with the Queen of Pentacles. I feel like with this energy, there's someone who's ready to be a wife. There's someone here who has high standards. There's someone here who's very nurturing, very giving, especially with the Six of Pentacles here. They have a positive disposition about themselves, and they are dating a leader. There is a leader here. There's a masculine who's a leader with the Emperor. But one of you, I don't know who it is, one of you is just very uncertain if this is the right timing, uncertain if they can go through with this, uncertain if they're not going to F it up. Okay. So that's kind of like slowing the pace down or just making it a very confusing situation. Tell me about the moon. Maybe someone's confused if they're ready for this type of love. It feels very intense for this person, especially with the moon. Clarify the moon. We have the Nine of Wands, okay? Sorry, y'all. My nose is itching. All right, Nine of Wands. Someone's exhausted by love, period. Someone's been through the ringer in love. This connection is someone's hope. All right, this connection is someone's hope being restored, faith being restored, turning away from pessimism to optimism. This is a blessed union. This is a blessing from God, this person. And what could be scaring someone is the pace that it's going. It's going really, really fast. You and this person are connecting really quickly. You guys are bonding very quickly. You guys are falling for each other very quickly. It's scaring someone here. All right. Especially with the Nine of Wands, they've been through the ringer. They could be exhausted by heartbreak, exhausted by disappointment, afraid to be disappointed or let down again. They hide this, by the way. They don't admit it. Okay, so if someone could admit it, then we have something to work with. If you're not saying that, then I'm going to keep thinking it's other things, you know? All right, let's see. Tell me about the moon. Yeah, Ten of Swords. Someone has been through devastation and love, or even if it's not love, it could just be life struggles. You know, like something took them through the ringer. Maybe they just lost someone that they love very deeply. Maybe they had, a bad career ending. Maybe this person went through divorce. Okay. So the pace that this is unfolding, how deep and intense this love is, it's like making someone afraid if they're able to commit all the way. Tell me about the Lovers. All right, we have the Two of Pentacles. Someone has to make a decision this month to prioritize this connection and stop playing small. Stop acting like it's small because it's much big or deeper than someone is letting on out of their fear, all right, or their doubts, their insecurities. So someone now has to make a decision whether they're going to prioritize this or are they going to miss out on it, okay? Because someone deserves to be prioritized. That's what I'm seeing. We have the Sun. This is a very positive, happy-go-lucky relationship. You know, there could even be a decision to go public, maybe to stop dating in secrecy. Whatever that means. There could be a decision to go public, and like maybe even introducing each other to family type of thing. Okay. So someone is going to come to this decision this month. And I do see that the outcome is the Queen of Cups. So someone's feeling very pleased. Someone's feeling nurtured and loved the right way. Feels like this person is finally making a decision to stop living in fear. Think about the Queen of Cups. Yeah, Seven of Swords. Someone was acting a little shady. So because someone wasn't mentioning, I have trust issues or I have insecurities because of my past relationship, or I went through a deep devastation that's kind of holding me back. One could only assume, is this person cheating? Do they have a wandering eye? But I don't see that being the case. So if Virgo, if you've been wondering what's up with this person, you're going to get the truth this month. And I see you being relieved. There's like this sense of relief with the Queen of Cups that it's not the worst case scenario. Okay. It's not as bad as someone was thinking. It's just that someone wasn't ready to open up about their downfalls. Okay. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, the Wheel of Fortune. You and this person will take a change for the better. There's a lot of luck. There's a lot of fate that's working in the favor between you and this person. divine timing, and I feel like it's going to take an upswing. Even like the connection, how you guys deal with each other, how you guys communicate is going to get a ton better by the end of March. Someone's going to stop pushing you away or pushing away the connection based off of things from their past. All right, so that's the shift that I see coming towards you in love in the month of March. Let's move on to Libra. All right, guys, this is for Libra and Libra placements. Let's see for my Libra and Libra placements, what's shifting for you in the month of March in love? What's shifting in Libra's love life in the month of March? What can they expect? All right, we have the High Priestess. We have the Death card. And we have the Four of Wands. There's a relationship here. All right, whether you're currently in a relationship or you're calling one in, you definitely have a relationship with the Four of Wands. I feel like someone stops playing games. Okay, we have the High Priestess here. We have the Death card. Someone finally stops playing games and they get with the program this month. Okay, it's almost like someone was trying to act like they don't want this or they don't want love, and they stopped doing that this month. They totally shed their skin with the Death card. They stopped playing small, they stopped playing hard to get, they stopped playing like they don't have feelings. Someone finally opens up so that a relationship can begin or to deepen if you're already in a relationship. All right, I do see that you and this person, it's been very casual between you two. There could have been a lot of partying, hanging out, social gatherings, hanging out with mutual friends. And I do feel like someone was just playing hard to get, or someone was acting as if, it was more of flirtation versus love deepening. All right. Maybe someone was trying to wait it out as well. I feel like someone was trying to wait something out. Like maybe they have like a time frame. I don't know what that's about. Someone convinced themselves that they needed to wait something out. You know how people have like the 90-day rule? Okay. Someone could have been testing you. Someone could have been trying to make you patient for things to unfold, or you're doing this to someone. And there's a lot of heavy attraction here. I see sexual attraction here as well. But it feels like you guys have been stuck in this casual loop. Even if you're in a relationship or you're married, it's almost like this person was playing hard to get with you. I don't know what that's about. I don't know if you and this person had issues in the past and it's like we worked through them, but someone is still playing hard to get. I don't know. Because it feels like, I don't know. I don't even want to go there. All right. But we do have the High Priestess. So someone has been a little bit more reserved. Someone's been playing hard to get. Someone's been hiding their feelings. And I feel like that's coming to an end. The Death card, like, stop playing small. Stop acting like you don't like this. Stop acting like you don't want this type of energy. It also could be a thing where someone could be a little nervous because you could be so different from their usual type. Someone could be going through some type of transformation right now. They're having a level up in life, they're having a glow up, and they're even changing their whole look, their identity. And so actively, they're attracting you who could really align with this new identity. And it feels like someone's just going to stop playing hard to get and stop hiding their feelings. Someone just kept hiding their feelings for you. And that allows for a relationship to unfold. Tell me about the High Priestess. Like someone could have been friend zoning you, acting like you guys were just friends. They're going to stop doing that. All right, what's the High Priestess here? We have the Two of Pentacles. I feel like someone wasn't ready to prioritize you when you came into their life. They weren't ready to prioritize love or a relationship. They could have been prioritizing family. They could have been prioritizing themselves, this transformation that they're going through, maybe their career, their finances, and they may have felt like love or aligning with you in that way would have just held them back. All right. But I feel like this person was lying to themselves. Let's see. This kind of reminds me of Leo's reading a little bit. Let's see what else is here. Yeah, we have the Five of Pentacles as well. Someone was playing someone to the left, overlooking them. Whenever someone would put in an effort, they would overlook it, like it wasn't a big deal. And I feel like there's about to be such a big shift or change between you and this person with the Death card. Tell me about the Death. Like things will never be what it was before. So if things were pretty whack before, it's never going to go back to that. Now there's forward movement. Also, someone could have been doing this as well because they needed to end something from the past. Maybe they were still holding on to their ex, you know, and they really need to let that go. So now finally in March, someone's letting that go so that a new beginning with you could start. About the Death card. If you're married or already in a relationship with this person, maybe someone was holding on to resentment and they're finally letting it go. Tell me about the Death card here. Yeah, the World. All right, so at end of a cycle, also someone's learning a lesson that's going to help this relationship. Someone also could be getting over baggage, resentment, or an ex, finally. And the cycle is closed, thank God. All right, what else is here? Ace of Cups, a new beginning or fresh start in this connection, or a new love is coming towards you. You know, if you're single, Libra, I feel like you were just holding on to something from your past, holding on to disappointment, resentment. You could have been telling yourself you don't want love, you're prioritizing other things. And it feels like the universe is like, maybe that's not necessarily true. And there's already someone around you who's very interested that you've been shutting down, that you could be finally opening up to them. Okay. You and this person could be entering a new relationship, a new type of relationship. If you're married or in a relationship, your relationship will never be the same, meaning that if there were some really difficult cycles that you guys are going through, that's finally coming to a close. Now you guys can have a fresh start. Tell me about the Four of Wands. All right, we have the Page of Swords. Four of Wands is an energy of celebration. Page of Wands could be like gossip. So I see people, you could see that people are talking about your connection more. All right. So if you're married or in a relationship, people could be talking about your relationship in a positive way, like in admiration. Okay. And if you're single, there's someone here, you keep getting words in your ear about how someone's interested in you. And I feel like you're finally taking part. You're finally opening up to this person. Friends could be telling you, oh, this person really wanted your number. This person told me they've been texting you. You're not responding. Now you're finally opening up. I feel like someone had to get over disappointment. Someone had to get over disappointment, heartbreak, a tough cycle that they went through to be able to open up to something new. You are meeting someone very much aligned with you, but you had to first decide, you had to make a decision what you're ready for, especially with that Two of Wands. You have to choose what this new phase of love is going to look like for you. Some of you guys were very determined to spend it alone. And that's not what's happening now. Okay. Someone's now choosing to be open to some type of connection. And I see a relationship unfolding finally. Finally, something can get off the ground. Okay. Or a new phase of this relationship is happening finally. All right, let's move on. So yeah, you just had to consider your direction in love and then things can move forward. Let's go ahead and move on to Scorpio. All right, Scorpio, this is for you, Scorpio and Scorpio placements. Let's see what's shifting in your love life in the month of March. Hold on. Come on now. What's shifting in Scorpio's love life in the month of March? What can they expect? What's shifting in Scorpio's love life in the month of March? Give me some messages. All right, lots of attention. Lots of attention coming your way in the month of March. It doesn't matter if you're single or if you're in a relationship, you're getting attention from other people. You also have a secret admirer or someone who's interested in you, okay? So, Page of Cups, someone could be interested in you here. If you're in a relationship, if you're married, your person could be like falling for you all over again, fawning over you all over again. But for my singles, you're getting a lots of attention from all types of options. And there's someone who has yet to express interest that will in the month of March. I see that this is happening during a time that you're fine being single, okay? But there is some type of relationship, something that has longevity that's coming towards you. 10 of Pentacles, 2 of Cups. I see you being a little non-committal, Scorpio. All right. I see in the Page of Pentacles. So you could be unwilling to commit, or commitment scares you a little bit right now. I feel like commitment could scare you because you dealt with a situation that was very controlling. 8 of Swords. You dealt with something that really defeated your confidence at one point. You could have dealt with a situation that made you, it's making you want to self-sabotage new connections because you almost just feel like I never want to attract this again. All right. 8 of Swords. There was a very controlling energy that you could have found freedom from now, but you're just not looking to jump into commitment anytime soon. I see a very, very, very happy energy coming towards you, a positive connection coming towards you, childlike love, like puppy love coming towards you with the sun, Leo energy. But the Hangman, it doesn't feel like you're ready for this person, or you may just you may slow it down purposely because you may feel like it's coming at you too fast. If you're in a relationship, if you're in a marriage, your connection is taking a more happier turn, but you also may still, whatever sense of control that happened in the past, this possessiveness that happened in the past, or even manipulation, it's left a scar on you where you may not feel fully ready to commit or recommit or commit to something new. All right, whether you're ready or not is coming your way. So let's talk about it. Tell me about the 8 of Swords. You have a real, if you're single, you have a really good energy coming towards you. But I see you just not wanting to move forward with it, being indecisive. Maybe you need to change your perception a little bit, but you have a very positive situation coming towards you. I also see, like, if you are dating someone, they want to take things more public, and you may not want that right now. You have indecision a little bit. All right, 8 of Swords. Tell me about the 8 of Swords for Scorpio. The Lovers. Okay. Someone that you trusted wholeheartedly, they really manipulated you in the worst way. And this person could have been very controlling. They could have been emotionally abusive. Okay. So it's hard for you to trust people again because this was supposed to be a soulmate. Okay. With the Lovers, this was supposed to be someone who had your best interest at heart that mismanaged you with the 8 of Swords. So I see that's why it's so hard for you to move forward, or it's hard for you to be open to love. You don't ever want to deal with something like that again. We have the Empress here. You have a lot of abundance when it comes to your love life in March. You also have a deep lover coming towards you, someone that's going to have a lot of depth. You may fear intense connections. You are more easygoing with casual connections right now. But when it gets deep, when it gets intense, when it looks like something has room for growth, it scares you a little bit, okay? Especially with that 8 of Swords. So there's this energy of wanting to self-sabotage or just feeling like you're not ready. There's this admirer. They know that you like being single. They know that you like your freedom, but they're finally going to speak up and pursue you. Tell me about the Sun. What's coming towards you? What's shifting? More positive connections. That's what's happening for you. All right. Let's see. Also, connections you can't hide with the Sun. So again, with casual connections, you can kind of hide that because it's casual. We're not committed to each other. Whoever's coming towards you, they're not going to want to stay in the shadows. All right. So I'm getting something about that. Tell me about the Sun. Judgment. All right, so this is like second chance energy. This is someone who already has tried with you. They've already said something. They've already tried to pursue you. It didn't work in the past. Maybe because you weren't ready. I also see like you, what is this? This is the Four of Cups. You could have been overlooking this person. They're coming back towards you though. This is a really good person for you, okay? I don't know what it is. I don't know if you weren't attracted to them. I don't know if you just gave up on love, if it was too intense. This person came with too much commitment. They're coming towards you again. They're going to try again. They're going to try again with the Judgment card. They're not giving up and they're coming in with commitment, all right? This person is coming in with commitment. They're not coming in for casual, a casual situation. They want something committed with you. I just see that one of you is not ready. If that's not you, Scorpio, this person may still be putting a pause in this connection. Someone's putting a pause on the pace of the connection, the growth of the connection. Let's see why. Seven of Wands. Someone feels like they're not ready. So they could be pushing love away. Someone could be getting the ick as well. Like, the way that this person wants to love you could be icking you out. I don't know why. I feel like someone just needs to heal. That's the thing. Okay? Because if this person was coming towards you casually, maybe just having like a sexual connection with you, I feel like someone would go. But because it's deep, because it's committed, because it's purposeful, someone just is pushing that away. It's too intense. All right, one more card. Oh my God. We have the Page of Cups again. Someone's showing their emotions here. They're also not showing too much emotion. I feel like this person has you figured out. They know that deep emotions is just not going to work for you. So they're just showing you interest. But I do see that it's stagnant. It's not moving in March, okay? Maybe it'll move in April, but in March, you kind of just you're not going for it. Or if this is you pursuing someone, Scorpio, they're not ready yet. Someone's not ready yet, okay? Someone is really loving the single life. Nine of Pentacles. Or even if you're in a relationship, someone's not ready for that next step. Like maybe someone keeps talking about marriage and it's like, wait a minute. Or someone keeps talking about creating a family and they're like, wait a minute, pause that, okay? So it's going to take this person a little bit of time. This person has a lot of healing to do and growing to do. That's what I'm seeing. So as they work on their healing, as time progresses and they have growth, which they will have with that Nine of Pentacles, someone's becoming more stable than ever financially. Someone's learning how to take better care of themselves. So I do see growth with this person. As that happens and they mature, then it will be the right time to move forward. But in March, no, it's not happening. All right, so that's what I have for Scorpio. I'm about to jump into Sagittarius, guys, but give me 1 second. I'll be right back. All right, guys, I'm back. Let me just make sure everything is working before we continue. Okay, this is good. This is good. All right, perfect. Let's move on to Sagittarius. All right, this is for Sagittarius and Sagittarius placements. This is what's shifting in your love life in the month of March. What can my Sagittarius and Sagittarius placements expect to shift in their love life in the month of March? Give me some messages, please. Give me some messages, please, for my Saggies. What's shifting in their love life in the month of March? Nine of Swords. This card came out for Leo. Look out for a Leo, Sagittarius. You could be attracting a Leo. All right, let's see what else is here. It came out in the same placement for Leo. All right, Three of Cups. And we have the Tower. I think Leo had this card too. Look out for a Leo, Sag. All right. Bottom of the deck, you have the Knight of Cups and you have the Ace of Swords. Someone is actively pursuing you and they're not going to be shy about it, okay? Knight of Cups is like, I'm pursuing you. I'm chasing some type of love connection between us. And the Ace of Swords is like, I'm telling you straight up what it is. So there should be no innuendos. There should be no guessing games, no mind games. I'm telling you straight up that I want you. This person is marriage potential. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing here. There's marriage potential here. There's like this lack of communication because we have the Page of Swords here. And there's also other people involved, not like a third party, but you have the Three of Cups and the Three of Pentacles here. There's like friends, mutual friends. There's like casual hangouts. Instead of one-on-one dates, I could see this month you and this person hanging out with a group versus one-on-one. And there's a lot of talking about each other to that group, but not necessarily talking about it to each other, okay? So there's a lot of gossip about this is how I feel and this is what I want, but it's not direct to you and them. But there's one person here who's actively pursuing love between you two, and they're being direct this month about it. Ace of Swords, okay? With the Nine of Swords, I definitely see you being in your head. Someone here is over analyzing every little thing. Someone is just very worried about what's going to happen next, or if this is the one, or am I doing the right thing? Okay, so someone's really in their head here. We have the Three of Cups. Again, this could be like it feels safer to keep this connection casual. This could be an energy of friend zoning someone. And it feels like you and this person are going to have a lot of fun this month. So that's how you would know who this person is. You guys could be partying a lot together. Could be a lot of drinking. Could be doing fun things together, group activities versus one-on-one, okay? Something is about to hit hard at the end of this month that shows where someone may have been misinterpreting this connection, the Tower. There's something shocking or a revelation that's coming through the end of this month about this connection. All right, let's clarify the Nine of Swords. Tell me about the Nine of Swords for Sagittarius. What's the Nine of Swords? I'm seeing a lot of people being afraid in this month. I'm like, what is that? All right, tell me about the Nine of Swords. Ten of Swords, okay. All right, someone definitely had a bad ending in love, or someone's going through a tough time in life. Like they had a devastating ending. Someone also may not be the happiest person behind the scenes. Someone may be in a low emotional state, you know, behind the scenes. Like they show up to the function very happy, very smiley, social butterfly, bouncing around the room. But behind closed doors, especially late at night, someone worries a lot about their life. And they have been through some things, okay? So that's what I'm seeing here. And it makes this person overanalyze every little thing. Even if someone's being direct with you or you're being direct with this person about your feelings or their feelings, someone still has a hard time believing it. All right, let's see what else is here. Hangman. I feel like someone needs to have a perception shift. Like, again, I'm seeing too many themes of people seeing their past that was unfavorable and making it their current narrative instead of not looking at the past and looking towards the future. So it could be one of those things where there's a lack of growth, especially in the beginning of March, because someone is too hung up on past devastation. And it's also making them not centered or grounded in this connection. It makes them overthink, overanalyze, criticize themselves, criticize this person. So it just feels like there's like someone's stuck in a loop that they need to get out of by just looking forward. What happened in the past is not what's happening today, okay? Whether that's you or this person. Now, you and this person are going to have a lot of fun this month. I see a lot of turning up together. I see group activities. So there could be this thing where you and this person feel more comfortable being in a group energy versus one on one. One on one could be a little awkward. I don't know what that's about. Tell me about the Three of Cups. When you guys are in a group energy or when you guys are in party mode, that's when you guys bond the closest. Okay. I don't know. Tell you about the Three of Cups here. It's a lot of fun. There's a mutual attraction, mutual bonding. Tell me about the Three of Cups. It could feel very casual. It could feel very friend zoney. All right, tell me about the Three of Cups here. Okay, I guess this is how it's supposed to happen between you and this person. So yes, it is a little casual at first. It's a lot of fun and games at first. It could be a little friend zoney at first, but it is leading you guys to mutual feelings. Your feelings are getting deeper the more that you guys hang out in this group energy. A group could be bringing you guys together. This could even be friends setting you guys up, okay? See what else is here? Or maybe even turning up, because that allows someone to get out of their head. So turning up allows someone to not overthink, which allows them to be a little bit more looser to move this connection forward. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Yeah, Eight of Swords, because otherwise, you know, on sober nights or on nights when it's not like a lot of distractions, someone tends to self-sabotage or just be in their head. There's almost that energy like Scorpio. Someone has been through very controlling lovers or manipulators, and it could have put a lot of self-doubt when it comes to what they can achieve in their love life. All right. So someone has to move past that. I do see someone moving past that. Bottom of the deck, there is a little bit of hiccups, but I do see that someone is closing out that cycle. All right. And then there's also like some type of realization, some type of shock factor that's happening at the end of this month between you and this person. Tell me about the Tower. What's the Tower for Sag? Three of Pentacles. Okay. This is like, you know, if you and this person lead on a very casual type of connection, if you and this person lead on a very like friends with benefits type of connection, someone is going to realize by the end of March that you guys make a way better team than they thought. This connection is actually going places. There's a joint effort to make a lot of progress towards love. Someone's going to be a great partner. Someone's a great team player when it comes to your life. Someone coexists with you very well, more than you thought they would. Okay. So this is like someone waking up to the potential of this connection by the end of March. But again, this group related activity is just very funny. Let's see what's going on here. There's like this group energy. Okay. Yeah, Justice as well. I also feel like someone's going to shock someone, because it could be one of you who's going through this Nine of Swords, Ten of Swords, stagnancy energy. So whoever's not doing that, whoever is actively trying to move forward, you're getting like some type of, this person's coming towards you with accountability for their actions of self-sabotage. Someone saying, hey, I just want to be completely honest about this and tell you the truth. I have been self-sabotaging. They may not say it in that way, but they will say something to the effect of how they've been slowing down the progress, or maybe even their fears about you. You know, you're a great friend. We have so much fun together. I really like you. I was afraid to move forward with you. So someone is taking accountability at the end of March, and it does give this connection a reset. All right. I do feel like the end of March, you will see that this person prioritizes you more, or even prioritizes one-on-one connections like dates. I don't know what that's about. The group energy is crazy. And someone also may stop hiding their emotions, okay? If that was also an issue as well with the high priestess. All right, so that's what I see shifting for you, Sag. Let's move on to Cappy. All right, Capricorn and Capricorn placements. This one is for you. What is shifting in Capricorn's love life in the month of March? What can Capricorn expect to be shifting in their love life in the month of March? Capricorn and Capricorn placements. What's shifting in Capricorn's love life in the month of March? All right, we have the Fool. I feel like someone is finally ready to take a chance on love. Someone who is afraid, someone who would have thought like love is very risky, maybe to their well-being. Someone's finally taking a chance. They're jumping in with both feet. They're not looking back, which is really good. We also have the Sun here. You have a positive connection, or a connection is becoming way more positive than maybe what it was. There's also a lot of visibility between you and this person. So going out in public, maybe meeting each other's friends at first and then family later. There could be social media posts about each other, that kind of thing. Yeah, the Lovers. Someone's taking a chance on love. The Lovers is the last card. All right, Cappy. Definitely falling deep. Someone's falling deep for you, or you're falling deep, or someone's allowing themselves to fall deep because maybe someone was trying to control their emotions or even control the pace of a connection unfolding. So someone is finally taking a chance on love here with the Fool. If you've been manifesting love, it's definitely coming in because you're open to it now. All right. If you weren't open to it in the past, that's why you weren't really getting a positive option coming towards you. Now you're open, so you have a really positive energy coming towards you. Look out for a Leo, look out for a Gemini, look out for an Aries or an Aquarius. Clarify the Fool. Clarify the Fool for Capricorn. Someone is finally ready to give this a chance or give this a try. We have the Devil. Okay, what someone was afraid of is actually going to happen. But you can always stop this. Okay, so first and foremost, this could be a sexual or intimate connection that actually, you know, develops deeper. Okay, so it could have started very intimate. It could have started off like sexual, and it's actually deepening into love, something more tangible. Also, codependency is here in obsession. Okay, so this could be a very intense attraction between you and this person, and there's a little bit of like codependency towards each other. There's a little bit of obsession. That could have been someone's fear. I don't want to be codependent. I don't want to be obsessed with this energy. It is happening, but again, you can always change directions of that if you like. There's also really great sex here if that's something you're interested in. All right, what else is here? All right, tell me what else is here. The Magician. I see someone pursuing you in love, okay? Magician energy. And again, if you've been manifesting love, it's happening for you. All right, someone is going to be actively pursuing you this month of March, which is really good. You have a romantic new beginning with someone here, but it does start off very intense, okay? Very, very intense is how it starts off. And it's interesting because how you and this person enter, you guys kind of enter in an energy of like casual, like Knight of Wands, you know, it's going to be casual. Okay. It's with the Knight of Wands, someone could have been coming in very casually, not looking for anything, not even looking for love. Maybe this is even you. It is a little like, you know, flirty with the Knight of Wands, but you guys start to unfold really quickly. And I think that's just the intense energy of this connection. Eight of Wands is like, you know, you guys start to, things unfold so fast before you could even control it, okay? It's an uncontrollable desire, uncontrollable attraction, uncontrollable bond, especially with that devil here. But something is moving super quickly, all right? Whatever that means for you. Mm. Tell me about the sun. All right, does seem like a positive connection, something that's going to make you very happy, or there's a lot of happiness that you and this person will share in the month of March. Also, childlike energy, so lots of playing around, joking around, humor, good humor type of energy. Tell me about the sun. Yeah, Wheel of Fortune. Your love life is taking a change for the better. And I feel like this is happening because someone finally is allowing it to. Okay. Like maybe someone stopped being jaded and now they're more optimistic. Maybe someone stopped being reserved and now they're more open. Someone stopped playing hard to get and now they're able to move forward. So it's taking a big change and it's happening very fast for you. Very, very positive, I see between you and this person. Four of Pentacles, I do see obsession, codependency, and a little bit of possessive behavior. I do see that between you and this person. I can't lie. Okay. There's a masculine here with the King of Wands who is chasing, pursuing. Even after you guys get acquainted, they continue to chase and pursue. All right. They know that they want you. They want forward movement. This is someone who's a go-getter. All right. This is also someone that could have been chasing you for a long time before you finally gave in. And things unfold very quickly between you two. And I see someone, there is a little bit of codependency. I'm not going to lie about that. Let's talk about the lovers. There's a choice here. There's a choice of choosing each other. You also see that this person has your best interest at heart. So that's something that should make you smile. That's something very positive. With the lovers, this is a soulmate. And this is someone who thinks of you before you even have to say anything. Like whenever they're making choices out there in the world and you're not around, they're thinking of you and how it will affect you. So this is a very positive connection. Tell me about the lovers. All right, we have the Eight of Swords. All right, see two people choosing each other, but there's a little bit of wanting to self-sabotage. Now, things are unfolding really well, but there could be some unhealthy attachments or cycles or habits or behaviors that someone may have a hard time moving away from, like self-doubt, insecurity, self-sabotage. There's also this energy of control that I cannot dismiss because we have the Devil, we have the Four of Pentacles, and we also have the Eight of Swords. Now, I don't feel like this is about controlling a person. It's more so of trying to control the outcome instead of letting things unfold naturally. All right. So if you're doing that, Cappy, then you definitely need to, rethink that. If this person is doing it, it definitely needs to be a conversation. Six of Wands. Definitely going to be praised and admired by other people, by other couples, by your single friends, by strangers. Okay, this is like a very attractive couple. You and this person are very attractive. So, you could get compliments when you're out on a date by a random couple. Maybe a waiter is saying how good you guys look together. Your friends could say, wow, you met such a nice person. I hope I meet someone like that. So there's a lot of admiration coming towards you with you and this person. People look at you and this person and say, wow, what an attractive couple, or they look great together, or they just mesh very well, or they love each other so hard. All right. So there's a lot of people who admire this connection coming in for you, or this connection that you're currently in March. You're getting a lot of favor. You're getting a lot of recognition here. I also feel like this person is really good with your self-esteem. They are someone that you could have a lot of confidence with because they give you like words of affirmation. They compliment you daily. Okay. So that's like something really positive and healthy that I see between you and this person. Looks really good, except for the control energy or maybe the codependence, okay, the unhealthy attachment. But that's something that you guys will figure out, as you guys go. Because things are unfolding so quickly, it's kind of hard to slow things down. All right, so that's what I have for you, Cappy. All right, let's move forward. Let's move forward to Aquarius, Aqua Gang. All right, Aquarius, this one is for you. For Aquarius and Aquarius placements, what's shifting in Aquarius's love life in the month of March? What's shifting in Aquarius's love life in the month of March? What's shifting in Aquarius's love life in the month of March? All right, I definitely see deeper commitment. I see commitment coming towards you. Maybe meeting, if you're single, meeting someone who's ready to commit, you know, like they don't have to think about it. They don't have to sit on it for months. Once they see you and they get to know you, they know that you're the one. All right. Or if you're in a relationship or marriage, I see a deeper level of commitment coming between you two. Give me some more messages for Aquarius. What's shifting in their love life? The Fool, yeah, someone's ready for this new romantic beginning. It feels fresh. It feels new. It feels new, but some of you guys are in a relationship or married, so maybe there's just a new romantic beginning. Like maybe romance was kind of slow and romance is building up all over again, okay? And someone's willing and ready to take a chance for a deeper commitment. That's what I'm seeing. One more card. The Star. This is really positive for one of you in this connection because it restores faith and love. Spiritual love. There's spiritual love here. I feel like someone's faith is being restored. Someone could have been very jaded about love or what they could achieve in love, and this connection or even this commitment that's being offered makes someone start to be more optimistic about their love life or even their relationship or their budding relationship. Okay, so this is really positive. Two of Pentacles, you could be dealing with someone who is really responsible, but even with all their responsibilities like work, family, maybe their home life, their selves, they still choose to prioritize you. They make you a big priority. All right. I really like that. You and this person make a great team with the Three of Pentacles. You guys get along very well. This person's very dependable, very reliable. They are always on your same page, which is really nice. And you also have the Two of Cups. So this is really a love that was worth waiting for because I see the Four of Swords here. So one of you took a little break from dating before meeting the other, and it was worth waiting for. Let's clarify that Ace of Pentacles. Tell me about this deeper level of commitment or this offer of commitment coming towards Aquarius in March. What's the Ace of Pentacles? Ten of Swords. Yeah, this level of commitment is coming after devastation, which is so, interesting. I mean, I guess it's just the timeline of things. Someone thought they were going to have to wait. Okay, so say someone went through a divorce. Someone thought they were going to have to wait like years before meeting their next big lover, their next soulmate, and that didn't happen. Something happened quicker. Someone could have went through a breakup or devastation, disappointment, or just a tough life lesson, maybe even grief from someone who passed on. They just thought like, I'm going to be alone for a little bit and I need to sit in that. But something happened much quicker than someone imagined. And again, I think this is why someone's faith is being restored in love, because dealing with whatever this was could have been super heartbreaking, devastating, that they just didn't have faith. But that's being restored. Tell me more about the Ace of Pentacles. The Tower. Yeah, someone was not expecting this. Someone's not expecting a proposal. Someone's not expecting maybe someone wants to start a family. Someone's not expecting maybe to be ready to commit to getting a place with someone. Someone's not expecting a relationship, someone to come in as a single that is ready for commitment, but it's happening. And it's changing someone's whole perception about what they thought their love life was going to look like. All right. It's very, very positive here. Very positive. You know, this is not happening by coincidence. This wake up call that you're getting in love is happening because someone is totally ready. We have the Queen of Pentacles, which means that we can have a feminine here who's ready to be a wife, a feminine here who's ready to nurture and invest in a commitment. And so it's not happening for no reason. It's not a coincidence. All right, tell me about the Fool. I see you being ready to take a chance on this commitment or this next level of commitment. You're trusting your gut. You're trusting your intuition. You're trusting divine timing. Ooh. All right. We also have the Devil here. So there is a warning of codependence between you and this person. There's a warning also of like toxic traits, to not recycle those toxic traits in this new connection or in this new beginning. Okay, so there's a warning here. There's also really great sex again. I mean, not everybody got this. So, you know, this did come out for Capricorn. It came out for someone else too. I can't remember. This came out for Capricorn. I forget who else it came out for. So it didn't come out for everyone. So, you know, you do have great sex between you and this person, a lot of sexual compatibility, intense sexual connection even. All right. Okay. Whatever. Yeah. Three of Swords. I'm telling you, right before this happened, someone felt very disappointed. Even if you're in a relationship or you're married, you could have been disappointed that you thought like maybe your person wasn't ready for the next level of commitment. You could have felt disappointed maybe that they didn't ask something, they didn't propose something. You felt like they weren't ready for starting a family. You felt like they weren't ready to move in together. But someone is changing their direction here with the Fool, and they're jumping in with both feet. So they are committing to what you want here. Or even if you're single and you're dating someone new, you had a prior disappointment, maybe with a toxic connection with the Devil and the Three of Swords, but you're meeting someone who's more willing. You're meeting someone who's ready, okay? And the Star, hope is restored. Faith is restored. There's a blessing. This connection is very blessed. All right, Eight of Swords. Someone, you know, was starting to get into that mode of self-sabotage. And I feel like if you decide not to self-sabotage this connection, you're going to be really happy where you land with the Star. Maybe someone dealt with a lot of self-saboteurs, people who would say that they're ready, but their actions show differently, and that could have been very painful. This person now, if you are healing something between you and this person, or if you're meeting someone new, they're ready now to not self-sabotage, okay? So if this is someone new, they're not like your ex. If this is someone that you've been dealing with, they're coming out of self-sabotage, trying to control the narrative, trying to control the outcome. Okay. Thank you, Steph, for the $4.99. Thank you so much, man. I mean, woman. I appreciate you. Thank you for the $4.99. Thank you. All right, let's talk about the Star. Last card for the Star for Aquarius. That is your card, Aquarius. So, you know, you're getting back to feeling like yourself, feeling like you're prime, feeling confident again with this connection because someone is choosing you, whether it's someone you've already been dealing with or it's someone new. Two of Swords, indecision. You know, I think that maybe because of what someone's been through, they've been very indecisive about commitment, or you dealt with exes who are very indecisive about commitment. If you are healing something between you and someone that you've already been dealing with, they're not going to be indecisive about you anymore. They're going to be choosing you. If this is someone new coming towards you, you're dealing with someone who's very sure of themselves and they know what they want. So a win is a win is a win, okay? A win is a win is a win. You have temperance here, lots of balance. You have a very balanced connection now. Things are coming back into order. Also, a lot of peace. I don't see drama up ahead for you and this person. And you guys could be building something very long standing, something that has longevity, something that's purposeful, legacy building, even. Okay. There also could be wealth building between you and this person. So, like power couple energy. So, look out for that. All right, let's move on to Pisces. Thank you again, Steph, for the $4.99. I appreciate you a lot. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. All right, let's move on to Pisces, especially because my stomach is growling now, guys. Oh my God. All right, give me some messages for my Pisces and Pisces placements. What's shifting in love in March for my Pisces? What's shifting in love in March for my Pisces? Give me some messages for Pisces. Welcome, the loving Libra. Welcome. What's shifting in Pisces love life in March? What's shifting for them? Can you give me some messages? Temperance. Okay, I like that. Queen of Swords. And you have the Seven of Pentacles, okay? All right, Seven of Swords. You've dealt with some shady individuals, Pisces, or even if you're married, you're in a long-standing relationship, your partner could have been very shady, all right? There is a lot of trust issues here between you and this person, but nonetheless, you know that this is your person, okay? Two of Cups. Now, if you're a single Pisces, or you were single, maybe you're meeting someone now and you guys are getting to know each other, those trust issues could have been a big, red flag even for new. Like you had a hard time trusting people because of what has happened in the past, okay? But you do have a very mutual connection here. That's one thing you should trust about this situation, Pisces, is that your person loves you as much as you love them. They're attracted to you as much as you are attracted to them. This is mutual energy. It's not one-sided. So that's something that you can know that's grounded in truth. All right. I also feel like something has been very burdensome as well. Like love could have been very burdensome. Maybe you were dealing with your partner, your spouse. They were going through some heavy burdens that also translated onto you, or I'm sorry, that also rubbed off onto you. And so I feel like there's a clearing out of this energy. And if you're dating someone new, you're not getting someone with baggage this time. Thank you. Okay. We love that. So the cards coming out for what's shifting for you, we have Temperance here. All right, with Temperance, guys, this talks about a healing relationship. If you're single, you're attracting a very healing relationship. You may have some baggage or some wounds from your past, and this person is coming in to heal and nurture you. If you're in a long-standing relationship, commitment, it shows that you and this person are going to be healing your past wounds, and balance is going to be restored between you two. So if you felt like something was one-sided, maybe someone was going through a lot of, responsibility, stress, burdens that they couldn't put in an equal effort, balance is being restored, okay? We also have the Queen of Swords here. All right, so what I see here is that there's more independence. If you're single, you are attracting someone that is more independent than your past love. Your past love could have been very codependent. There could have been some unhealthy attachments to each other. This person that's coming towards you, they just are more independent. They can fend for themselves in whatever way that means. That could be financially, they can fend for themselves. Emotionally, they can lick their wounds, and they don't emotionally burden you. This can mean, even when it comes to being motivated, chasing their goals, this person has a lot of independence that I feel like you're going to like. Also, with the Queen of Swords, this is someone new, if you're single, that's coming towards you who respects emotional boundaries, whatever that means, okay? If you feel like someone, you told them, hey, stop doing that. That hurts my feelings. That makes me, doubt this connection. This is the type of person who gets it the first time, or they never even do it at all because they're really great at emotional boundaries, setting emotional boundaries, respecting emotional boundaries. For those of you in marriage or in a deep rooted connection. This is someone that now you guys are learning to respect each other's boundaries, which will foster a stronger bond. And I also feel like you guys are learning to be more independent, because if you guys were codependent, it was dragging the relationship down. Okay. Last but not least, we have the Seven of Pentacles here. Seven of Pentacles is the energy of someone who is very patient. You know, maybe in the past you dealt with someone who had shiny object syndrome. They also wanted instant gratification without doing the work. So, I'm trying to come up with an example. All right, shiny object syndrome is like they're focused on you this week, but then maybe next week you see them scrolling, liking people's photos, maybe they're DMing on the side, okay? And then also instant gratification is like they expect reward in a relationship, whether that's like sex or if that's like you doing things for them without putting in any effort, and they expect it right now versus putting in the effort to receive that. This is not that type of person, or your person is growing out of that. Thank you. Okay. Let's clarify these cards. Tell me about Temperance. Clarify Temperance for my Pisces and Pisces placements. All right, Ten of Swords, okay? So if you're single and you went through a very devastating ending in love, you were left depressed after love, you went through some grief, in your last situation, this is someone who's being sent to heal you and restore balance. This is someone who's here to catch you when you fall. This is someone to wipe your tears. This is someone that you can lean on, helping you get back to yourself. Okay. This is kind of like their purpose coming towards you if this is someone new. If you're in a long-standing connection or relationship, I feel like balance is going to be restored from some type of really painful, hurtful time that you and this person went through. All right. And what's interesting is that if you are still with this person and you guys are working things through, that is a big achievement, because the Ten of Swords is supposed to devastate this to no return. So if you and your partner are choosing each other and choosing to work things out, that's a big achievement, and that should not be unnoticed. And if this is single energy, someone's here to kind of help you out of the rut that you were left in. Think about Temperance. I see someone learning about you, like someone is actively learning, because I've seen the Page of Pentacles. Someone is actively learning your likes, your dislikes, your interests, your hobbies, what makes you smile, what makes you sad. Someone is learning you, So if there's a big disconnect in your relationship because you felt like someone didn't know you at all, someone's actually taking the effort now to learn you or relearn you. And if this is single energy, someone's coming towards you who's going to take notes, and they're going to make sure that they're standing in line with your likes, your dislikes, okay? What else for Temperance? Death card. Yeah, you're getting something totally new. Even if you're in a marriage or a relationship, your partner will never be the same. Your relationship will never be the same. You guys are never going to repeat that cycle again. There's growth here. There's transformation and rebirth. And those of you who are single, something had to completely end so that something better could come towards you. And I feel like that's an understanding that you're going to receive very soon. There's more independence in where this relationship is headed, or if there's a new person coming towards you, there's way more independence, and there's respect of boundaries. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. Yes, Seven of Swords. Part of the Seven of Swords and not trusting could have made you very codependent to the other person. It's almost like when your trust is betrayed, you start to become codependent because you almost want to watch this person. You almost want to be in their skin because you want to see if you can trust them. And I feel like you and this person could be restoring trust and restoring balance, which makes you guys more independent lovers. And it's very healthy. Or if this is a new love coming towards you, Pisces, it's someone that, you're going to feel confident even when this person is being independent, because they're going to show you that you can trust them. Okay, so Seven of Swords. Also, the Knight of Wands is here. I do feel like, who had this? Capricorn had this. I do feel like Capricorn had this. So look out for a Capricorn. I do feel like when this person enters your life, especially if it's a new energy, you could have felt like maybe this was going to be a fling. But what's going to surprise you is that this person's going to stick around, you know? They're not going to go anywhere. It could have felt very flirty at first, you know? Maybe it felt like a little fast moving, so it felt like it could be fleeting, but I feel like that's not the case here. And if you're in a marriage or a long-standing relationship, someone's coming out of that player energy, that hoe energy. If they were making those actions in the past, someone's committing themselves to you a little bit more here. There's a lot of growth and expansion between you and this person. All right, let's talk about the Seven of Pentacles. Tell me about the Seven of Pentacles. King of Cups. Okay. There's definitely a long-standing effort because someone is really loving you or adorning you. Someone has a lot of emotional maturity where they're not looking for instant gratification again. So someone doesn't expect you to give them certain things just by them being in your face, just by them showing up. They know that it takes effort, it takes time for things to unfold between you two, especially if you're in a relationship with this person. Because of what you guys went through in the past, it takes time, it takes trust, it takes effort for you guys to, for them to get the best parts of you again. And someone has more emotional maturity around that. If this is a new person, they're very patient with you. They're not going to force anything on you. They're not asking anything of you that they know you cannot give them. And they have a lot of emotional maturity surrounding that. Okay. Very emotionally mature partner. Sorry, I don't know why I couldn't say that. And last card for Pisces before we go. Ten of Cups. I see you being very, very happy with this person. Also, happy families. So if you have children, it's like your children will be happy because the state of the relationship will be very positive, or there's a lot of healing and growing here. So if you have children, if you want to have children, it's a good time to think about that, start making plans towards that, because I see that you and this person are going to be in a very positive place. Or if you already have children, I see your children becoming happier because, you know, mom and dad are in good standing. So happy families, happy unions, just a lot of happiness, joy, and harmony between you and this person in March. Very nice. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. All right, guys, that's what I have for you for Monday's reading. I hope that you guys enjoyed these messages and you got a lot of insight. Please like the video before you go. It does help me out a ton. Also, comment down below. Let me know what you thought about the reading, if anything resonated, and make sure that you subscribe so you don't miss out on our next live reading coming out very soon. I love everybody here. Thank you so much for supporting me during this live, just watching, keeping me company, and I will see you guys very soon. All right. Have a good night. Bye, everyone.